So some of you might be thinking, what's the best way to start learning medical Spanish? I've tried Duolingo, I've tried Babbel or a different app, maybe even Rosetta Stone, and I feel like I'm just not getting anywhere. The vocabulary is general Spanish, it's not medical Spanish, and I still can't have conversations with my patients in Spanish. If you've been having these thoughts, then don't stress because I have some awesome resources for you. As for myself, I'm an experienced medical Spanish interpreter and I'm also fluent in Brazilian Portuguese, Italian. I can understand a decent amount of French that I've taught myself in the last year. And if I had to learn medical Spanish all over again, then these are the resources I'd start with. So the first resource that I recommend you get started with is Memrise. So this is a free flashcard app, and the thing that I really like about it is that the users of the app can create their own decks with specific vocabulary. And if you search for medical Spanish, then what you can find is a bunch of decks that people have created for medical Spanish vocabulary. And there are two decks that I really like. Each deck has about 250 to 400 words. If you pick one of these, then you can easily memorize all of the words in probably 1 to 2 weeks. And the thing that I really like is that they've split these decks up into different categories for the vocabulary. So there's things like introducciones or greetings, anatomía, anatomy, historia social, which is social history, los medicamentos, medications, and even you can see review of systems and the examen médico or medical exam, physical exam. So this is a great resource if you want to hit the ground running on your medical Spanish journey. And I'll leave a link to these decks in the video description so that you can download the app and get started learning in less than 5 minutes. So the second resource that I recommend is medicalspanish.com. And even though this website was super hard to find, that's a joke, by the way. I love this website. It's a great starting point if you want to get more structured with your learning, but don't want to invest money in learning medical Spanish quite yet. So you can see it has everything from dialogues to labeled anatomical illustrations, explanations of basic Spanish grammar. My favorite part is that the examples are medical Spanish and not just general Spanish, so this makes it a lot more interesting. The website also has a huge medical vocabulary list with audio recordings so that you can practice your pronunciation. So that's why it's one of my favorite websites. Another website that I really like is practicingspanish.com. It has a section that is dedicated to medical Spanish, and you can see that it has basic grammar, vocabulary lists, and great dialogues with audio, just like medicalspanish.com. The dialogues are perfect for practicing your pronunciation with a tutor, which, by the way, if you're interested in private tutoring, then you can check out the contact link in the description below and we can get started. So the fourth resource is the Medical Spanish podcast. This is a super high quality podcast that is based on a listen and repeat or listen and translate from English to Spanish or Spanish to English format. It's produced by Molly Martin, who's an internal medicine doc herself. So the content is super useful for medical providers. And she includes a great mix of her own Spanish as well as Spanish spoken by her native teachers in Latin America. And you can see that she offers free episodes organized by level, and if you like it, then you can pay for premium access if you want more episodes. Podcasts are super great for busy people, and they're perfect if you want to form a habit multiple days a week. Personally, I learned Brazilian Portuguese this way. I would listen to an episode of a podcast during the morning commute. And on Saturdays, I would listen to an episode while I was running or walking. And I found this to be super helpful for consistency. So the fifth and final resource that I recommend is this cheat sheet by Bar Charts. It's a cheat sheet of medical terminology, and I like it because it's super concise and easy to carry around at the hospital or doctor's office, any place like that. I have my own and I absolutely love it. I use that when I was studying medical Spanish, and it's super convenient. And you can see it's super cheap, only $6.95 on Amazon. So there's really no excuse to get this awesome resource. So those are my top 5 resources to get you started with medical Spanish. I've left all of the links to those resources in the description below. Also, if you know of any awesome resources for medical Spanish, then please leave a link to that in the comments so that other learners can take advantage of them. That's all I have for now. I'll see you in the next video. Gracias y nos vemos.